afternoon, and we are at Vicarage Road for the Championship fixture as Watford take on Millwall in match week 14 of the Championship. The team news is out. Obviously, the last couple of games for Watford have been really good. 2 wins on the spin after wins against Swansea City and, of course, last time out at Vicarage Road against Sheffield Wednesday. Both 1-0. Both not the most convincing performances, it has to be said, but defensively, things are looking a bit better for us. We have been all over the shop from keeping clean sheets this season. But yeah, Sema, really happy for him last week. What a goal it was to win it late on against Swansea. Fantastic finish, and a goal that meant a lot to him, what with the recent tragedy with the Belgium-Sweden game, the 2 Sweden fans, and rest in peace. But yeah, it was really great to get that win in midweek. And going into this one, Millwall, obviously a very decent side. You know, they're sitting a bit lower than previous seasons, but they got into the kind of playoff picture last season. They're sat just behind us in 16th, we're in 15th. But Millwall, we know, have got decent players that can hurt us, so we have to be careful about this game. It looks like a pretty decent lineup for Watford, yet to going with that 4-3-3 formation, and we've gone without Sierralta playing in the 6. Sierralta does start ahead of Porteous, who I had thought was going to be back fit and ready to start. But Porteous is not even in the squad, so that's a bit of a shocker, really. In goal, Backman between the sticks. Back 4 then, Ngakia, who actually the last few games has played really well. Man of the match, I thought, against Sheffield Wednesday. And then next to him, of course, Sierralta and Hoot. Lewis at left back. Hopefully he'll keep on showing some good stuff. Midfield, Kayembe, Livermore and Kone. So bit of a makeshift midfield there. Obviously, Loser's not been playing really well recently, so he's on the bench, Loser. And then the front 3, great to see Sema get a start on that position on the right. And then on the left, we've gone with Asprilla, I think. And then up front, of course, Vakun Bayo. It's not been great form from Rivett either, so he is on the bench, along with Chakvedadze and Tom Ince. So some options there, obviously Martins and Reece Healey as well on the bench if we need them later on in the game. But hopefully a good win today. It won't be easy, but we've got to carry on this momentum and make Vicarage Road a fortress. I'll go for 2-1 Watford, and goals from the game by Asprilla and Ken Sema. And the goal scorer for Millwall, as I said, they've got some decent players, Tom Bradshaw, George Honeyman, but let's say Bradshaw with the goal for Millwall, but hopefully a 2-1 victory. Let's do this. second half and get back up in front. We've dominated that first half, really. I mean, most of the possession, the better opportunities, a few times, like, scrambles in the box, and Millwall have cleared. But we've played some good football. It's just that final pass in the final third. And the goal that Millwall scored, I mean, Ian Fleming, it was a set piece, again, of Watford, what we often concede at, and just didn't clear our lines. I think it might have been Lewis who just couldn't get the ball away in time. But we've got to put on the same performance we showed first half, because we were playing some really, really good stuff. So, and a lot of challenges flying in from Millwall, some dirty challenges. Hopefully, with them tossing up those yellow cards, that will help us in the second half. But come on, you Warns, we can do this. Watford FC! Come on, Watford. We've been on top for most of this game. Let's get that second goal now. Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. It's one of our centre-backs, I think. Yeah, I think it's Sierralta. Come on, you Horns. Is that Martins and... Is that Chakvadadze? I think it might be.
I think it's Rajovic.
Oh, it is Miliatar Rajovic. Come on, Watford. Still looking good so far. Playing well. Just not quite getting that second goal yet, but we deserved it. So many free kicks being given by this ref, and they've been the softest things. And every Millwall player just going down so easily. We need to do this. Oh, Imran loser time as well. Let's go. It's what he loves to do. 60th minute, triple sub. It's the Ismail way at this point.
A triple change for the Hornets. Coming off is number 18, Yasser Espria.
It's a great performance again from Espria. Scored the goal, just followed it in. Followed in a lost cause. Go on, Martins.
This is a big roll of the dice there. It wasn't alright, it's gone alright.
Kone for loser. And then Bio off for Rajovic. Well, fair enough, Valerian. He's gone for the roll of the dice. Roll of the dice. Come on, you Horns. We've been on top for so much of this. We deserve to win this. Come on. What? What? How is that? Are you joking, ref? This ref is a joke. This ref is a joke. It's an absolute joke of a referee. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. So poor. What's he giving a yellow for there? Referee! Referee! What are you doing, ref? He's all over him. Come on! I mean, Białkowski is just absolutely spilling everything. Absolutely awful. Come on. Come on. We've been so on top. It's been unreal. Nice. Well done. Well done. Keep going. Go on, Ken. Go on. Got to get there. Second balls. Second balls. Go on, Ngakia. Come on, Watford. Come on, Watford. Go on, Lewis. Come on, Livermore. Oh. Come on. Come on. Watford. We've played so well in this game. You are... Finish! Oh! What a chance! What a chance! I mean, it's Sierralta. It's Francisco Sierralta, but that's still a big chance. And the chance before that for Loser. Loser had to score, but that was also a big one. We've so deserved to win this. La 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 la! Watford FC! Rajovic, what a header. What a cross from the substitute Loser. Brilliant stuff. Come on, we can win this still. We deserve to win it. They've been absolutely awful, Millwall. Smash and grab. Go on. Go on. Go on. Unlucky, unlucky. Watford! Yellow on me! 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 Time wasters! Dirty fouls and time wasting. You aren't! Come on, Watford! Go on! Oh no, that's not the pass. Well in! Love that, love that. What a challenge. Oh no, it's a terrible pass. We do so well and then we do it, give it away again. Well in, good pressure, good pressure. Easy, easy. Nice. Oh, not the right pass. The two substitutes though, Loser and Rajovic combining. I did say, like, the three subs are a bit risky. They take away a lot of our momentum, but they did make the impact, to be fair to Ismail, so fair enough. Come on, Watford. Been all over Millwall for so much of this game, and we just... Poor defending from two set pieces. Poor defending from two set pieces has just gifted them goals. It's as simple as that. They have been awful. And here's another set piece for us to defend. Just defend this, see out this, which should have been a win because we have been all over them, but just a point when Millwall thought they were going to win, to take away their win. This would be such a Watfordy thing to lose this now, but we've deserved to win. It's 2-2. Please, Watford, just see this out. We've deserved to win, but it's just frustrating sometimes our defending from set pieces. Please keep this out. Oh, I don't know if I can deal with this stress, Watford. We've gone beyond the added additional time. Come on, Watford, see this out now. Be a decent point, even though we have played really well. Be a decent point. Come on. Out, out, out. Get it out. It's a free kick, get in. That will do for Watford, that will do. The amount of time wasting and dirty tactics and fouls from Millwall has been disgusting. The referee's had a stinker, but it's finished. Watford 2, Millwall 2. I tell you, it's still daylight robbery for Millwall, but we played well. The referee has been awful. You are... in, Ken. Absolutely love it. Well in, Val. To be fair to Valorant, I know that the subs he made, 60 minutes, did take a bit of momentum out of us, but the two he brought on, Loser and Rajovic, they got the equaliser in the last few minutes, so that's satisfying, but still frustrating when we dominated that game, played some great football, to not win that, a bit of a shame. And it's finished at Vicarage Road in a quite crazy end-to-end match, full of a lot of incidents and bad refereeing and a lot of time wasting and challenges flying in from Millwall players. And ultimately, as I said, it was not the best, in my opinion, of matches from the referee today, Keith Stroud, who is known to be a Luton referee, Luton supporter. He's in the orange, and yet again, it was a shambolic display from him. It was Keith Stroud. I've just looked it up, so I know what I'm talking about. I thought it was when I first saw him, and I was right. Attendance today, 18,000, so it's pretty low for Watford, but I tell you, those that left early, they'll regret it now, because it finished Watford 2, Millwall 2. Now, oh my days, Watford, we were so dominant in that football match. How we have not come away with that with 3 points, I do quite not know. It felt like possession. I mean, the stats don't really tell the story in terms of shots on target, because in terms of big opportunities, Watford absolutely on top. In the first half, it felt like they had all of the ball. Second half, Millwall had a little bit more of it, but there was only really 5-minute spells, and Backman was barely tested, really. I mean, just 4 shots on target for Millwall, and not many noticeable saves that Backman had to make. And so Millwall get their goals, both from set pieces, and really that's all they could do to unlock that Watford defence. There was not a lot of play and build-up from Millwall trying to pass through the lines. There was very, very, very little of that. Maybe that was, to Watford's credit. Defensively, they shut out those Millwall threats, like Bradshaw, who didn't score in the game. It obviously got the assist for the Fleming goal, but look, he was pretty quiet, Bradshaw, for most of it, and he was obviously their main man. But also, just not a lot from Millwall, really testing us. But I tell you, when we're on top, we need to get more goals and take more advantage, because the build-up play, some of the football we played today was liquid stuff. It was absolutely brilliant. Passing moves, but then that final killer pass, just lacking today. But we'll start off with the first goal. Yasser Asprilla, 7 minutes in. This guy, the sky's the limit for this kid. I tell you, what a player. That is now back-to-back home goals for the Colombian, and he looks an absolute baller, an absolute bargain when we got him in, and he has just been going on leaps and bounds, really. And he gets the goal in 7 minutes, just on pure spirit and fight and determination. And, last season, there was a lack of squad unity. Off the pitch, there was problems, players in the dressing room causing, upsetting the apple cart. This season, it feels like, although the results haven't been there, everyone's pulling in the same direction, and there's that team spirit, fighting for the shirt and chasing down lost causes, and that's exactly what he did, Yasser Asprilla, to get that first goal. And it was actually a good piece of play from Watford, nice build-up, and a nice little feint from Edu Kayembe, who I thought played really well in the Watford midfield today. It was really physical at times and showed his strength and really worked hard. But it was a nice piece of play from Kayembe, just kind of shifting for the shot, had the shot, decent effort, straight at Białkowski, but Białkowski had a pretty dodgy game today in the Millwall goal, because he spilled it, and in comes Asprilla. And to be fair, it's unfortunate from the Millwall defence. It might have been McNamara, might have been Wallace, I'm not quite sure who it was, but one of the Millwall defenders try and clear the ball after it's spilt by Białkowski, and it basically rebounds off Asprilla from the defender's clearance into the back of the net. But as I say, it was Asprilla following that one in. He could have just given up on it when the shot was saved initially to deny Kayembe from Białkowski. But that's the kind of determination we love to see from Asprilla, and he gets the goal because of it. So then you think, brilliant, Watford, their first kind of 5 minutes, really good football. I mean, to be fair, there was the first few minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes in, it was a lot of sideways passing, and you're thinking, where's the momentum here? Where's the tempo? But we really did pick up after that goal from the Hornets. By the way, I've got to say, rest in peace, Bobby Charlton. It was a really nice tribute that Watford put out before the game, and also the important message, united against racism. Any form of racial abuse is not welcome in our society. So really good from the EFL Championship to do that this week. But any week, that is always a strong message that has to be stuck to. But yeah, Bobby Charlton, what a player he was, what a man he was for England, for Manchester United. And yeah, an absolutely lovely gentleman and an icon, really, of the sport. So yeah, really, really nice Bobby Charlton tribute. But yes, I would have to say we did show that momentum. We showed that tenacity to start the game. But just 5 minutes after going ahead, Watford just sleeping, really. And yet again, we concede from a set piece. I mean, it's just really, really frustrating because, as I say, we were so much the better side in that first half. Millwall having really not a sniff at all. But yeah, to last just 5 minutes that lead was really, really frustrating. Zian Fleming nodding home from a set piece. I mean, it was just poor from Watford in terms of getting set up. I think it was a free kick and didn't clear the lines properly. I think it might have come off Lewis, who I actually will get on to talk about. Lewis, who I thought was one of our better players today. But yeah, just a bit of a lackadaisical defending from the Hornets, and ultimately didn't really get the ball away properly. And so that was a problem. That the ball gets recycled back in for Millwall, and yeah, really, it was some good work from Casper Denore to recycle it back. And yeah, look, Bradshaw gets the assist, Fleming with the header, and I think it was just, we were stunned, in one moment. And as soon as that goal goes in for Millwall, after a really positive start from Watford, a dominant start, some really good football on play from the Hornets, that goal goes in for Millwall and the heads drop, and we can't let that happen. It's got to be play as you were playing before, and take the positives from what was a really good start to the game, on top, controlling things and playing good football. And suddenly a set piece goal out of nowhere goes in for Millwall, and it's like suddenly Millwall have got the upper hand. And to be honest, in the rest of that first half, Watford wrestled back the game and really did finish it the stronger of the two sides. And we'll be going into half time thinking, how is it not Watford, winning the game and being in front in that respect, because it was really good in the first half. But then they thought Millwall had won it via another header, because George Saville had there was a corner whipped in, and George Saville was, it was a good delivery from him, and Wes Harding header late on, again, set pieces. I mean, all throughout the second half, it was just dominant Watford football and really good football. We made the triple substitution at half-time, around 60 minutes, I think it was, a bit later on, but it was a bold strategy because, as I say, we were playing so well around 60 minutes. Some good football, just not quite that final finish. And some big chances, to be fair, were missed from Watford in the second half, especially Imran Louza, who the ball drops to him as a substitute, and you think, yes, hit it. And yeah, he just doesn't get the finish right. And also, it fell to the wrong player, really, Sierrata, who went for a kind of almost a bit of a chip. Didn't work out, and it went just over the bar. So you thought this was the game where Watford were going to, take those chances, take those good bits of football and build up and win the game from that. But yeah, Watford poor from the set piece. Again, switching off. We just do it so often, and this time it was from a corner. And as I say, Millwall really in the second half had nothing in a defensive point of view to shout home about. But from one set piece, Watford need to cut that out. Really, it was just a gift of a goal for Wes Harding. But then, of course, the substitutions, we talked about them, around 60 minutes, and it did disrupt our play. We were playing some great football around then, but we take off a few players now. We take off Asprilla, of course, who was the goal scorer, so a bit controversial, but to be fair, he was running so much, working so hard, and probably was, running a little bit empty. So then he comes off. We also take off Ismail Kone, who I thought actually had a decent game. Wasn't amazing at times, but when he wants to be Kone, he can really set the tempo, and he's quite good, Kone, at just taking the ball and travelling with it and getting us up the pitch. But yeah, nothing spectacular from him. Then also we take off. I think it was a substitution that was probably worth it, but when you think about it, like at that point, really, Bio wasn't doing a lot. I mean, he had moments, Bio, where he slid in and he was so close to connecting some crosses. So he's always just a few yards behind where he should be, Bio. But I thought his, link up at times, his headers as well. He won a few flick-ons and got our attacks going. So, yeah, not a bad game from Bio today. But obviously, yeah, Rajovic comes on. You think, okay, what is he going to do here? And he gets, of course, the pivotal goal, which was won well back. And to be honest, it was really good from Rajovic outside of the goal. He came on and actually showed a bit more sides to his game, which he hasn't been showing recently. There's been some poor performances from Milietar Rajovic. So I'm happy for him. Got this goal. And it was really good from Loser as well. He was another substitute that came on for Kone. And Loser, the last few weeks, has been really poor with his performances. But I've got to say, he did look a bit better today. And yeah, obviously, it was a kind of determined piece of play. I've got to say, though, what a player I thought Lewis was today. At left back, it's not been easy. Obviously, you've had Morris there competing. But Lewis, since he's come in, since he's been fit and ready to be available, he has really made that, I think, slot his own now, and he's settling in. And I thought it just offered us another avenue when there was times that Martins on the kind of left, sometimes we'd switch out Sema to the left and have Martins on the right, and then vice versa. Before that, obviously, it was Asprilla with Martins coming on for Asprilla. I think it was ultimately, it was really good from Lewis today, and he just offered that outlet, really. But so many often, Watford giving away the ball, it was around the back, and we were just nervy, and, I think a lot of the time it was Wesley who was trying to play out, and there wasn't enough options really on that left. Sema was too far away, or Ngakia was too far away, or whatever. But ultimately we got there in the end, and I thought Livermore as well, had a sturdy game in midfield, controlling it at times. He is quite light-footed for a player of his, bulk and strength. He is sometimes quite good technically. But yeah, some good football today from Watford, just in the build-up. A lot of switching the play, diagonal balls, but some nice passing build-up. It was just that final pass. But we got the equaliser that really we should have been leading. So to go behind, we thought this was an absolute smash and grab from Millwall. Not a lot of quality at Backman's goal. And yeah, to go behind was devastating. But really good header for Rajovic. That's what we need to do more often. Good deliveries into the box, because yeah, it was good from Loser, good persistence, but the amount of times that Sema at times played really well today, Ken Sema, getting down the fullback and getting down to the byline, it does what he does best. And also Lewis showed that as well, showing some determination, getting those crosses in, but really good from Loser. Just kind of a few bites of the cherry and eventually got it back in. And then, yeah, it's a close range header, but this is what Rajovic has said, right? The penalty box is his office, and as long as we can get those good deliveries into the, the Great Dane, then hopefully he can carry on getting those goals. So, yeah, look, I think the referee today, absolutely, Keith Stroud, shambolic. I mean, there was even a penalty shout for Watford in that game. I think it was Lewis. Was it Lewis that went down, or possibly Sema? I think it might have been. But it was a stonewall, I thought, penalty, and I think Sema went down. That you think, okay, fair enough. If you think it's a foul, give the penalty. If you think it's a dive, give a free kick to the opposition. Keith Stroud just sat there doing nothing. Watch the game, mate. At least give something. It's got to be either a yellow card for simulation or a free kick or something, right? And he just says nothing. There was a few occasions where you think, all right, referee, you've got to at least think about it, give a decision one way or the other. And he just did nothing, and he just was absent for points in that match. So yeah, a terrible game from the referee today, I have to say. But look, it was a great moment to take away that victory for Millwall, which, as I say, I didn't feel would have been deserved. But the possession stats, I mean, we dominated that game. 65% possession, 19 shots. So we were very, very lively. And yeah, 6 on target. We looked like we should have won that. And on the balance of play, probably a 3-1 win would have been, sufficient. But as I say, from set pieces, we've got to get better, and we've got to score more when we're on top, because it was nearly another frustrating game where, we've let a team come to the Vic, not have much of the ball, and much as we did lose against Blackburn a few weeks ago, and, a smash and grab sort of game, it nearly happened again. But thankfully, Watford showing that determination at 2-1 to keep on pushing and find that equaliser. But yeah, it was crazy, really. 6 added minutes when there was so many stoppages, so much time wasting. And, the likes of Bradshaw going off slowly and, fouls and stoppages and just none of that minutes in added time added on. So a weird one. But look, I'm really pleased to get the point. But we've at least stretched our unbeaten run to 4 games. Sat 16th in the league. Obviously, that's a bit of a shame. I think Millwall were 16th and we were 15th. So we've gone down, actually. But Millwall are actually 2 places below us because they missed out on that victory. So I think, really good performance. A lot of players today, I think, in terms of man of the match, were like 6 or 7 out of 10. Really solid performances, but nothing amazing. It's just that the overall collective football from Watford that we played was some really eye-catching stuff. It just didn't find that penetrative moment at times, but it was just, really good from general performance. Really happy with the squad. And I think Millwall, it was a shame that we conceded so soon after going ahead with that first goal from Fleming. And he is also, that danger man. It was flicked in from Denor's cross by I think it was Bradshaw. But it was a frantic finish to the game, and the 2 headers deciding the outcome of the game, first through Harding, then through Rajovic. And so hopefully now that's his 4th goal of the season, Rajovic. He can get on a little scoring spree. But yeah, I would say good performance from Bachmann. Didn't have a lot of saves to make. And Ngakia played well yet again. He's doing well in the absence of Andrews, who's still suspended for this one. Ciarata had a few injuries in the game, went through the wars, but I thought was solid. Wesley Hoot, another solid game. Lewis, I thought was man of the match out of a tricky bunch. I thought he was just superb all through the game. Kayembe I was really impressed by. I think Kayembe made himself known today and, got in that midfield presence, won a lot of, duels. Healy came on but had very little time to do anything. Livermore, again, an impressive one. It was a silly yellow card for Livermore. Dissent. He had reason to be complaining because it was a stupid decision from the ref to give away, and not let the advantage go because it was a clear foul and no advantage was really there. But yeah, he got a silly yellow and luckily didn't get the second. And then Kone, an okay game, but Loser made the impact off the bench. Martins didn't do a lot, to be honest. And then, of course, we've talked about Bayer and Rajovic, and then Sema, I thought, played really well yet again, and Ince, not a lot of time to make an impact. So, yeah, all in all, I'd like to see Chakfadadze start more often. I think he has been a player who's been unlucky to not get minutes. And obviously, good to see Porteous actually back in the squad. I thought he was out of the squad entirely, but he was on the bench, never came on. But at least now he's hopefully going to be fit for the game against Huddersfield next week. So, yeah, hopefully we can keep that unbeaten run going, get a few more away wins after that Swansea result. But, yeah, shame to see us slip down to 16th. At least we're still above Millwall and above Norwich on goal difference. So we go again against Huddersfield, who are sat in 21st. Come on, you Horns. We love to see that performance. Not quite the result, but the signs are there. You Horns!